It was 2018 when I tried to get into the social sabbatical program, and I made it to the last round. The chance was 1-to-1, and then I was rejected, and I was really sad and disappointed, but just for something like 1 or 2 days. And then I decided, okay, then I try my own program, and I try to do something which is really meaningful and invest 4 weeks of my vacation and try to achieve something in these 4 weeks. And right from the beginning, it was also clear it should have something to do with bicycles, because since 2 years I'm also really a great bicycle fan. And I got the idea that I want to help kids in developing countries to actually make it to school. So in these countries, it's very often just the pure fact that getting from A to B is a big challenge, because there's no transportation or people simply can't afford it. And that's very often the reason why they don't even go to school or have no chance to go to school. And I thought, would be great to get a bunch of bikes and to really donate them to these kids so that they can make it. And in the beginning I thought, oh, how to get these, I don't know, 40, 50 bikes from here to whatever kind of country. But then I found an organization, and it was really a perfect match, and that's World Bike Relief. And they exist now since 10 years, and they have a cool concept. So what they did is they developed or designed a bike which is super robust, super cheap, easy to produce, easy to maintain. And they collect money, and with this money they get these bikes produced, and they donate them to kids, but also to teachers or to craftsmen in these countries to help them to either reach the school as a kid or as a teacher, or to do their jobs. And since they were founded, they could already hand over something like 450,000 bikes, which is really a lot. And I thought, okay, I want to support this, and I want to get the amount of money to at least finance something like 50 bikes. So a bike is 134 euro, which is around about 6,500 euro. And then instead of just making a collection and trying to get as much money as possible, I wanted to challenge myself a bit, and I thought, let's do a trip to North Cape. That's about 3,300 kilometers. And people are not donating money, they are actually donating so-called kilometer sponsorship. So you give a certain amount of money, which can be 1 penny or a tenth of a penny or 1 euro. And depending on how far I get, you then have to pay a certain amount at the end of the whole trip. And all the details on how you can actually get into this program or into this initiative, they are all listed in the video description underneath. And I hope that really a lot of people will actually decide to support this, because I think the target is really a nice target and helps these kids to have a better life because they get a better education. If you want to help these kids to reach their schools, become a kilometer sponsor on the North Cape 2019 tour.